Hi everyone, welcome back. My wax is now set and I'm going to mix up some resin. I am using a 2:1, which is obviously on the scales. Well, I like doing it on the scales, put it that way. I don't know about other people. So these are my trusty wee scales, and you'll notice there's tape over here. So I layer this up with cellophane, so once it gets all dirty I can pull it off, and then I've got a nice clean layer again to work with. So this is, I've had these containers, sorry, I'll be in shot in a minute, these containers for maybe 10 years. I just keep them now because I like them and I've had them for so long. But the reason I keep them is because I decant my big amount into this smaller container and it's really handy. So I think I'm going to need probably around 200 grams. So if I was pouring onto a piece of artwork, I would actually I still might do it, just heat that for about 5 seconds in the microwave. And the reason I do that is because it's colder here at the moment in New Zealand. My room temperature is probably around 20. Yeah, it's dead on 20 degrees. So I've just heated that for a tick. And I'm going to tear it. And that was 139 grams. So that is 140 grams. So I need 70 of the hardener. Oh, 78, 79. Should have been paying attention. So 5. That'll do. I like to mix my resin with my hands. That way I know that I'm scraping it all down and I'm getting a really good mix going. So I know there's no hardener or there's no, what do you call it, resin sitting on the bottom. And I'm scraping down those sides. It does aerate it a little bit. They all come out in the end. Right, that's not long, is it? But that's probably what I would normally do because I'm doing it quite vigorously. And yeah, there are heaps of bubbles, but I don't care. Not for this anyway. And like I said, they normally come out. So I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. I'm using a resin that a resin that cures in about 6 hours. So if I let that sit for maybe 10 minutes, it's going to thicken up. And I think that when it thickens up a little bit, there's less chance of it seeping into cracks where I don't want it. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but hey ho, let's give it a go. Okay, so I meant to do some little waxy insets of the lavender, but I forgot, so maybe I'll do a complete video on botanicals and wax. Right. So when I was brushing this one out before, one of these, this one came loose. So I'm just going to remove it. Or not. We'll see how much resin I've got. So, I know the lighting's terrible, sorry. You can see the cavity is actually beautiful. Almost looks like it's a silicone mould. This is the other one that I did, which is straight on the baking paper, whereas this one is all wax. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the difference. And here's the first one I did. I need to give this a little bit of a brush out. Quite excited about this. Right. So I will come back when it's ready to pour. So this one too has come away from the plastic a little bit. So in order to close that gap, I'm actually going to try so what I'm hoping to do is to get a bond to hold it down. Oops. So if I don't have that bond, that resin is going to go everywhere. So let's see if this works. I don't want to, whoops. Didn't want to burn the tray is what I was actually going to say. Or not so much burn the tray, but warp it, because that would just be not cool. It would be goodbye mold. So it looks like it has fused here. I'm just holding it while the wax sets over here. So I can tell by the way that the resin has nearly it's cleared a little around the edge. It's nearly ready to pour. Okay, I think that might have worked. Here's hoping. All right. Oof. Just fell down. Just making sure that these are all wax. Oh, that's going right through. All right. So here we go. I'm going to do. I don't really want to move them after they've poured. So I'm not sure if they're both in frame. They're not. Oh yeah, they are. Perfect. So here goes. Nowhere near enough resin. Never mind. So you can see already that it's going to be quite a lumpy surface on the bottom. All right. Let's see if I meant to put some colour in it just to see if it ran. Never mind. Oh, nearly forgot this one. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is grab that back. So I'm kind of thinking I want them level. So I'm going to level it all off. And the reason I'm doing it like this is I'm pushing the cloth in around the outside of the resin. I don't know if you can see, but it's soaking up the resin that's on the wax. And that's just going to make it easier for cleanup of the letters. So you can see the wax, the resin is just in the outline. Yeah, so there we go. I'll be back in 6 hours. Well, not for you guys, but I will be. Alrighty. Maybe about 6 hours later, a little bit less. So this one did leak under, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. It kind of does go straight down. There's a little bit of a outwards push, but not bad. So I would quite happy with that. Bit of a sand and it'll come up nice. Oh. So that's not too bad. Bit of a sand, they'll be really good. So if you look at the two of them, I don't know if you can see the slight outward pressure. So I would definitely do that whole push-in thing again. Obviously it is cloudy on the bottom, but it is smooth. So yeah, nice soft sand around the edge. And yeah, it's pretty good. So I could do, if I was doing that coloured, I should have done it coloured, but that's all right. It was just a test. No hole there, but that's okay. Now on to the next one. Okay. Yeah. So the resin did sneak out. Don't worry, it did seep out. My binding didn't. Oh, I just broke it. Oops, it's a bit soft. Forgot. You might push it back into shape, maybe. So there you go. Again, that's pretty good, and that will just pull away really easy now. Can be used in journaling, art, lots of things. More than I can probably think of while I'm doing something else. Ah, that's what I was actually going for. Cool, that's good. I'll show you them all in a minute. That's good as well. Oops. So it definitely seeped out. That will trim up. Gosh, that resin paper thin. Anyway, you get the idea. Actually, it just rips off. Because this resin is only just cured, I will just trim them up and lay them flat in order for them to go hard. Cool. I love how it leaves the indents. It's pretty cool. There you go. That's pretty good. Oops. It's different levels, but that's okay. Different thicknesses at one end to the other. I'm sure with practice I'd get them all perfect. Alright, where's that V? Oh, there it is. Oh, I broke it. That'll teach me for being too. Broke it again. Okay, so what that tells me is that whatever way it goes, I didn't put it deep enough. So we only get LO. Actually, I've got a V up here from another pour. Excuse the phone wobble for a minute. That's why I was trying to do it again, because I stuffed that up. So there we go. So that's pretty cool, eh? So I've definitely got a deeper pour with the one that I pushed it all the way through on that one, and that one was the one that had the bottom onto the wax, and that, and then the very cool. So there you go. How to use wax as a mold. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Happy to answer with the little knowledge I have with the playing. I've been doing this for a few weeks. Yeah, any other ideas or anything you'd like me to try, also feel free to comment below. Cheers for watching. Bye.